Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a brand new chapter of Dragon Ball Super. Had a wonderful morning, had some a showcase with the Dragon Ball Sparking Zero video game. Saw a lot of great things in that. Then talked about the new Legend Dawn pack for Pirate Warriors 4 that's going to be dropping next week. Had a lot of fun with that as well. And overall, we got a brand new DBS chapter, so I'm happy to see it. So let's go and begin, shall we? Yo, peoples! Kyushu92 here, and welcome back to yet another Dragon Ball Super chapter reaction and review. Last we left out on, Goku and Gohan were fighting, and the chapter pretty much ended with them pretty much ravaging all of Beerus's planet with Goku using Ultra Instinct and Gohan using his beast form. So, and it pretty much had, Beerus massively upset that they were wrecking his entire place. So now we get to see what happens in chapters 1. What happens in orange juice messing with me. Chapter 103, A Legacy Towards the Future. Written by Akira Toriyama, art by Toyotaro. May Akira-san rest in peace. But we begin this chapter with Goku and Gohan exchanging blows. And then it shows Gohan as he kicks away Goku with extreme force. And Goku goes straight through a rock pillar and straight through several trees. And he's forced to stop a far distance away, like he's skidding the entire time. He hasn't stopped himself until he stops far away from where Gohan has just kicked him. And while he's looking back at the path that has knocked him all the way back through, he just goes, "Whew, not bad, Gohan. There's that intense latent potential you were always packing." And then it shows Gohan landing in front of Goku. "Except this time, you've molded it into something through training. You've changed. I have Piccolo to thank for that. Is that so? Still, when it comes to training, I don't mess around." As it shows Goku as he slowly starts to float into the air, and Gohan is just looking at him, kind of perplexed. And then he just has his eyes closed, and then he intensely looks at Gohan. And before Gohan could even mentally react, Goku is already kicking him in the back. He just looks at Gohan, he disappears from sight, and he's kicking Gohan in the back before Gohan can even comprehend what just happened. As Gohan is going, "Huh?" And then while Gohan is flying, Goku immediately takes off and is ahead of Gohan and proceeds to slam him into the lake. Now, while that's going, Gohan tries to go underwater and do a surprise attack on Goku, but Goku, still using Ultra Instinct, just casually dodges, much to the surprise of Gohan. And Gohan, while in his beast mode, is still trying to hit Goku, but Goku is dodging everything. Goku isn't even landing any hits, he's just dodging everything from Gohan. And everyone is watching. Broly, Whis, Beerus, Vegeta, and then Vegeta speaks up. "Kakarot's Ultra Instinct is shifting the battle in his favor. A margin provided by sheer experience, I'd wager." And it shows Gohan trying to rush at Goku, and Goku dodges again, then kicks away Gohan. Gohan lands on like a destroyed tree and just goes, "All right then, so I'm getting a real taste of Ultra Instinct. Once it's mastered, the body moves all on its own, which is why you can't land a hit on me. It really is an impressive technique. No surprise there. But you haven't witnessed the full extent of my beast mode just yet." And then it shows Gohan increasing in power and charging up, battle cry. "Ha!" And Goku is just looking at him. And even Broly can tell what's going on. He's building up energy. And then it just shows the air just shifting while Gohan is building up all of this strength. And then it cuts to Vegeta. "Can Gohan actually control such prodigious levels of chi?" or ki, depending on which translation or which version you prefer more, chi or ki.
Can Gohan actually control such prodigious levels of ki?
And then Gohan yells out loud, and in an instant, the entire tree where Gohan was standing gets obliterated from him launching himself at Goku. This is beyond fast. Even Vegeta's all like, so fast. And even Goku's surprised by the speed of Gohan, and he just barely manages to dodge out of the way of Gohan. Mind you, this is Gohan in Ultra Instinct, and he just barely managed to dodge Gohan. And just from the sheer shockwave of him swinging his arm, Gohan unleashes a shockwave that travels far into the distance. Just from him swinging towards his own dad, the shockwave of it travels a far distance and destroys an entire rock pillar from its impact. And then shows Gohan looking at his dad while Goku is on the defensive. Gohan isn't even touching his dad, but the force from these swings are unleashing massive amounts of air pressure to the point where even Goku has to brace up in his Ultra Instinct state. And Goku is still dodging the punches from Gohan, but the shockwaves are still continuing. Even though Goku is dodging, these shockwaves are still ravaging the entire... just the sheer shockwave from these attacks are just completely destroying everything around them, far into the distance. And while Goku is dodging all of this, it shows Gohan and his hands getting closer and closer to Goku's body, like he's almost grazing the side of Goku. He actually grazes Goku on the cheek. He's getting closer and closer to his face, closer and closer to his side. He grazes him across the cheek, and Goku is barely able to, dodge away from it. And then Beerus looks surprised as Gohan manages to land a hit on Goku and send him flying away. Because of this increase in speed, to the shock of both Fat Tanks and Broly. And Goku goes flying across the entire planet, the entire space where Beerus lives. And then Vegeta says what we're all thinking.
Ultra Instinct's evasion couldn't keep up with that speed.
Which shows that Gohan's beast mode, he's moving faster than Ultra Instinct can keep up with. Ultra Instinct, which is a god-level ability, Gohan has reached a speed where Goku could not evade it. With Ultra Instinct. That's the potential of Gohan. And he didn't need his father to wish for his son to prosper with some Dragon Balls to reach this level of strength. He just has it. But it shows Gohan going, a clean hit. And then Goku is flying into the air, gi and outfit messed up, holding his cheek. He's in his basic state, going, ow, how'd you pull that off?
I boosted my ki just up to the point where I might snap while still maintaining control. That's how I'd best describe it.
Without snapping? Control, huh?
For now, that's the best way I'd found to draw out my own power.
I wonder if Goku is wondering if this is how they can get Broly to control his power. Just a thought. Release my power without snapping? That seems to be right up Broly's alley. I'm just saying.
For now, that's the best way I've found to draw out my own power.
I see. So you've put a lot of thought into this. And then Goku just goes right back into Ultra Instinct. I'm not even halfway through this chapter, okay? We're only on pages 18 and 19. We ain't done. And they continue to fight, while Whis continues to shield everyone so that they don't take any of the brunt damage. And then we have Beerus going,
is Goku's son in Super Saiyan form?
No, not quite. Nor is that a divine technique. I would call it a singular talent, all his own. And then we have Limo, whose name I remember. May I offer refreshments, my lords? Why, thank you, goes Whis. How about you two? Thirsty? Still speaking to Carmine and Agent 19, who are still trapped on Beerus's planet. They're still trapped there. Everybody else is just drinking juice, and they're all like, yeah, thanks. Gladly. Want a drink, Broly? And then Limo notices that Broly is so enamored with this fighting that that's all he's focused on.
Wow, I never knew fighting like that was possible.
And then while Broly is watching the fight, Goku notices that Broly is watching them. And as the fight continues, he shoves away Gohan. And then it shows Gohan preparing to launch back at Goku, but Goku's all like, whoa, that's plenty. Oh? I've got a decent read on your strength now, and let me say, I'm impressed. You're about the only one who could master a move like that in no time flat, Gohan. Kudos, really. Honestly, I can rest easy knowing the Earth will be safe once I'm gone. Wow, he's just flat out saying like, yeah, the Earth will be fine once it's my time. Once I'm gone, the Earth will be just fine with you here. Man. Dad, you've still got some gas left in the tank, right?
Sure.
And then Gohan goes back to his normal state. 'Cause there's someone else who should take a crack at you.
Who?
Broly! Oh my goodness, Broly versus Gohan! Oh! Broly, I'm still not halfway through. Broly versus Gohan! Broly! Why don't you give Gohan your best shot?
Huh? Me? Really?
And then it cuts to Agent 19 going,
It's getting late. Mind if we head out soon? And could you point us in the direction of the West Capital?
And then it cuts to Fat Tanks. And he goes,
We're on another planet. You can't drive home. Huh? Did you say planet?
And then it cuts to Vegeta and Goku as Goku lands right next to Beerus.
Really? You needn't settle your duel?
Nah, I wasn't fighting because I wanted to beat Gohan or anything. I'm just happy knowing how strong he's gotten. It gives me that much more to look forward to.
Has Broly earned your high expectations as well?
You could say that, as Whis puts the shield around everyone again. From what I can tell, those two have something in common.
Indeed, the notion of a beast certainly fits Broly as well.
And then it shows Gohan and Broly fighting each other. I'm just hoping this will be just the inspiration he needs. And Gohan is fighting Broly. I hear you're a powerhouse in your own right, Broly.
Show me your beast form from before.
As you wish. As Broly tries to swing at Gohan, Gohan flips away and then immediately flips into the air and goes beast mode. And then he rushes at Broly, who manages to brace up his fists in time.
A heavy blow.
And he gets knocked away by Gohan. And then he gets punched by Gohan while he's still flying. And then he gets kicked by Gohan.
What now, Broly?
And then Broly yells out, and as Gohan gets closer, a light envelops the both of them. Yo! Broly went Super Saiyan! He went Super Saiyan. He went Super Saiyan. He went Super Saiyan. Broly went Super Saiyan. Okay. Ah, great. Did he snap after all?
No.
And he immediately clashes with Gohan and starts punching while Gohan is trying to avoid these punches. And it shows Broly's face, and it's not devoid of pupils. He has not gone berserk. He's in control. I told you guys, I talked about this. What would happen if Broly were to gain control of his Super Saiyan strength and not go berserk? This is the end result. This is the first step. But he's fine. He's gone Super Saiyan, but look, his eyes tell us he's still himself.
Good for him. He's tamed his own unruly transformation. such power! Unlike any of the Super Saiyan forms I've seen!
And this surprises Gohan, as Broly and Gohan continue to clash. Then we get Whis.
Evidently, Broly has achieved some growth, thanks to Gohan. Still just a Super Saiyan, though. Meanwhile, Goku's kid has a better handle on the power he's toting.
And it shows that by Gohan grabbing a hold of Broly's leg and just swinging him around, throwing him directly into one of Beerus's giant trees.
A suitable candidate for the next god of destruction, perhaps? No way, not a chance. Destruction isn't in the cards for someone that straight-laced. Indeed.
I mean, he's not wrong. Gohan isn't the type of person that would see themselves as like a god of destruction and then purposefully destroy worlds. Too much for Gohan. And then enough time has passed as Goten and Trunks finally unfuse. And then it shows Vegeta starting to twitch and squirm a little. And he just goes,
"Hey, when is it my turn? I demand a duel, Gohan."
Huh? As both Broly and Gohan stop.
Broly's had you long enough.
Hold on, why am I the man to beat?
Why don't you take us on, Broly? Okay.
As Vegeta, Trunks, and Goten fly out of the force field, and Vegeta wants to fight Gohan, while Trunks and Goten want to fight Broly.
Aw, come on! Don't leave me out of all the fun.
And then Goku flies up in the air as everyone just starts fighting right above Beerus's planet. We get Vegeta, who's using, I want to say Super Saiyan Blue, because he still has his eyebrows, so he's not using Ultra Ego. And he's fighting Gohan. Then we have Broly fighting Goten and Trunks. And then we have Trunks yelling at both, we have Goku yelling at both Gohan and Vegeta because they left him out. And then we have Whis.
Goodness me. Ugh, what a mess.
And then we have Limo laughing, and then we have Chi Lai who's just going,
Saiyans, I'll never get what's up with them.
Ow! Ouch! Why'd you punch me, Goten?
My bad, I didn't know that was you, Trunks! Because they're kicking up so much dust. They are literally destroying Beerus's planet just because they all want to fight. And then it shows all of them laying in a massive crater, all on their backs because they're done fighting. Huffing and puffing, they're all tired. All their clothes have been destroyed. They just had one big massive Saiyan blowout fight. Yeah, when you think about it, all the Saiyans have just had a massive fight right now. All Saiyans. This is the biggest Saiyan fight I have ever seen. All of these Saiyans who are capable of achieving transformations. All of them! And they all just had like one big battle royale that completely devastated a god of destruction's home world. And then Goku just landed on his back going,
feels great to let it all out like that. Yeah, I haven't pushed myself that hard in a good while.
What say we wrap this up and get you home? And then we have Limo. Hello, I've cooked up a feast for everyone, so hop up here and dig in before you leave. And of course, you know the Saiyans, they love to eat. And everyone's eating, including Carmine and Agent 19, who are also eating. And then we have Trunks.
Yum, this puts our chef back at home to shame. Limo is the greatest cook in the universe.
And this is Broly.
Limo is the greatest cook in the universe.
And then we have Goku, who's looking at Carmine.
Who are you two again? They're with the Red Ribbon Army, Dad. And why are they here? I'm betting they're scheming up some new evil plot.
Scheming? Us? By no means, sir. We came to make a formal apology for our previous actions.
And then both Goten and Trunks are all like, right. And then it shows Beerus fishing, while Whis is pretty much repairing all the damage done to Beerus's home. And then it shows everyone getting in the car, preparing to leave. And then we have Goku. I gotta send these guys back to Earth, but maybe we should head home for a bit too.
Very well. Bulma may lose interest if I'm gone too long.
Wow, he's actually concerned about his wife leaving him. Vegeta's actually concerned about his wife possibly leaving him if he's gone for too long. This couldn't have been the Vegeta from the past that we knew growing up. This couldn't have been, but now he's all like,
yes, it might be good for me to go back home and see my wife before she tries and find someone else.
Then it cuts to Goku. Lord Beerus, Whis, see ya! Don't worry, I'll be back.
Must you?
Goes Beerus because he's all like, I'm tired of these Saiyans and their nonsense. But Whis is all chill while he's repairing. He's all like, he's just waving goodbye. Let's see. Who's got powerful enough ki to lock on besides Gohan? Huh? Is that Piccolo? Great! And then he just instant transmissions everyone over to Piccolo's home, who's just meditating. What's up, Piccolo? It's been a while.
The entire group? Why here? Why now?
And then Piccolo sees Carmine and Agent 19 inside of the car, and he goes,
You people need to learn when you're beat.
No, we've learned our lesson. We are back on Earth, correct? And then Goten goes, yep.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Now hurry, full speed towards anywhere. Sure, boss.
And then they just book it.
Pardon us.
They just leave. They're gone. They don't want to deal with this anymore.
What are they up to?
And this is Piccolo. And Goku's looking at Piccolo going,
Can I help you?
It's true. I'm looking at a whole new Piccolo.
I suppose.
You mind giving me a taste of your new power?
Can't. I'm scheduled to pick up Pan from school with Gohan.
And then Goku, I'm just flabbergasted by what Goku says, and he looks confused and goes, Pan? And then everyone is shocked because Goku just forgot who his own granddaughter was. He's been gone so long, he forgot who Pan was. I'm not gonna rage. I'm not gonna get upset at him. He's been gone for over 10 years. I'm just gonna let it go. I'm just gonna let it go.
I'm scheduled to pick Pan up from school with Gohan.
Pan? And then both Vegeta and Goten are shocked.
You're an utter disgrace. She's your own grandchild.
Huh? Right, of course she is.
You're coming with us to make up for that.
Sure, happy to. As he's kind of sweating. Then it cuts back to Carmine and Agent 19.
I'm abandoning the Red Ribbon Army's cause. Makes sense to me. Besides, there's not a single zenny to be made in the world domination racket. With that fruitless nonsense behind us, I'll direct all our efforts towards pharmaceutical R&D. Good thinking there, boss.
After being there with Gohan and literally everyone else, they've given up. They've given up because they know they could never beat Gohan or anyone else on Team Saiyan at all. They'll never be able to beat him. And then we get to the hold on. Sorry about that. A lot of background noise. We get to the kindergarten where Piccolo and Gohan are waiting for Pan, and Pan is there with her teacher, and she sees her dad, and then she's hugging on him, and then she looks beside her, and she sees Goku behind Gohan, and she's pointing, and then it's a montage of Gohan explaining who Goku is. And then it shows Goku looking at Pan and then just waving. And then Pan gets like an angry face, and she moves so fast she slips out of her hat and her school bag as she tries to launch behind Goku and kick him directly into the arm. And she's surprised to see that Goku was able to, because here's the thing, Goku could tell she was going to do that, so he easily blocked it. And mind you, Pan is nowhere near as strong as Goku is. But she's surprised, and then Goku is just smiling back at her, and she starts smiling as well as they reach some reconciliation. As they get introduced to each other, and then it shows Piccolo smiling. It shows Gohan kind of smiling because he had no idea what was going to happen. And as they're speaking to each other as they're traveling, and Piccolo is carrying Pan's little school bag like he has it over his shoulder. And then Pan and Piccolo decide to have a race as they go flying into the air, and then Gohan flies after them. And then Piccolo waves goodbye to the teacher, and he flies off with them with a big old smile on his face. And that's the end of the chapter. We also have a foreword, because this is the first chapter of Dragon Ball Super after the... All right, real quick. That's the end of the chapter. Holster! Okay, all right, yeah. I was just explaining something to my mom there for a quick second. But we got a foreword, which is because this is the first chapter we get of Dragon Ball Super after the passing of Akira Toriyama. So what it says is, we're all deeply saddened by the news of Toriyama Sensei's passing. His work is an inspiration to us all. Our thoughts and prayers are with his family, friends, and all the fans who were touched by his work. The English language team on Dragon Ball Super. And that's the end of the chapter. That's the end of chapter 103, everybody. What a chapter, right? Trunks and Goten versus Broly, that's cool to see. I'm glad they're getting involved too. This is literally the biggest fight we've had with any Saiyan in a long time. Like a large group of Saiyans who are capable of reaching Super Saiyan and even higher forms. It's already pretty major. But one thing to note here is that it still shows the high potential of Gohan to the point where his beast mode has ascended to such a state that it's capable of even being faster than Ultra Instinct Goku, which is supposed to be the height of where Goku is power-wise right now. For Gohan to reach a level where he can actually outmaneuver a form that is made to be instinctually more agile and be even more receptive to attacks coming towards you, just basically instantly dodge from attacks. It shows that Gohan's ability and potential are far larger than we could have ever imagined. And mind you, Gohan does not train on the same level as Goku and Vegeta. Goku and Vegeta have been gone for years, training themselves so they can be ready for the next time that Frieza shows up. And Beast Mode isn't considered a divine form either. No, it isn't. It's a unique thing to Gohan. That's the thing. If I go back, and I won't spend way too much time on this, but if we go back to what Whis called it, evidently, Broly has achieved some growth thanks to Gohan. No, we need to go back further. Whis. Where's Whis? There it is. Is Goku's son in Super Saiyan form? No, not quite. Nor is that a divine technique. I would call it a singular talent all his own. Which makes it even more annoying because this is a form that is unique to Gohan. It's not even Super Saiyan. Mind you, a lot of the times when Gohan is facing threats, sometimes he'll go into his Super Saiyan state or just his unlocked potential state, which is literally just him in his basic state, but he's just amped up on massive power. But now this beast form isn't even a variation of the Super Saiyan form. It's just a new form unique to him. It's not, you can't count it as a Super Saiyan form. It's completely different. It operates on a whole different level. And not only is it not a transformed state that is not considered divine, yet is capable of outmaneuvering a form considered divine, that's a major thing, especially for Gohan. See, we knew that Gohan had untapped potential. We knew it. We saw it in his beast state. We saw it in basically with every major fight he's been in where he's won, specifically when he was a kid and he defeated Cell. That is not a small feat. But his potential, we didn't even see the full scope of it. And mind you, Gohan has had this beast form for not very long. I mean, Goku had Ultra Instinct longer than Gohan has had his Beast State. And yet, Gohan's Beast State is capable of outmaneuvering Goku's Ultra Instinct, which he has already been honing for the past several years. So let that sink in, just how strong Gohan can become if you were to actually focus and train it and hone it to absolute perfection. Mind you, he can already access beast mode as many times as he wants to, and it doesn't look like it has any real drawbacks. I mean, I haven't seen any major drawbacks from it, but this is from a Gohan who hasn't fully trained the same length as Goku has. But he's able to keep up with Goku without an issue. To the point where Goku is not only on the offensive, but gets hit so hard, he's all like, ow. And he gets put back into his normal state again. Yeah. So overall, this was a good chapter. Seeing father and son fight each other, then seeing not only that, but let's not forget that Broly's made some progress. Broly's made some progress in being able to access his Super Saiyan state without going berserk. This man has learned how to control himself enough just by watching Gohan and Goku fight. Mind you, they've been trying to train Broly to reach that point all this time, but he hasn't been able to actually get to that point. But after watching the fight between father and son, between Gohan and Goku, he's gained the ability to understand the concept of controlling his power, and now he's capable of at least accessing Super Saiyan without losing himself. That is major progress. That's major progress. Beforehand, he was just fighting normally, and they were all worried he was going to go berserk. Just fighting normally in his normal state, and they thought he was going to go berserk, and they had to cut back the fights. But after seeing the fight once between Gohan and Goku, he understands it, and now he can access it and still be in control of himself. Not only that, but he's able to keep control of himself when he's fighting Goten and Trunks. That's a significant amount of progress for Broly, whose whole life has just been nothing but rage and power and no self-control. Just this, here's the thing that makes it so significant. Broly is very receptive when it comes to learning. He's just observing a fight. He's just observing a fight, and he understands the concept of keeping himself in control. I knew it was going to be the case as soon as Gohan said, like, yeah, let me see here. Where did he say it? Where did he say it? Where does he say it? I boosted my ki just up to the point where I might snap, while still maintaining control. That's how I best describe it. When he said that, I feel like Broly was listening and started to get like a mental picture of how to do that. Also, Goku forgetting his own granddaughter in front of Gohan. Yeah, this man Goku has been gone for so long. This man's brain is fighting, eat. Fighting, eat. That's it. And he'll remember people and stuff, but he's been gone so long that he literally forgot he had a granddaughter. And this is the first time he's meeting Pan in first time meeting Pan in so long. Mind you, she's still like in kindergarten. How old is Pan? She should be, yeah, she's 3 years old. She's around maybe throughout Super she ranges from 1 to 2, about 1 or 2. She's about 1 or 2 years old. She's let's just say she's 2 years old. For the sake of time, for the sake of length, let's just say she's 2 years old. She's 2 years old. And this is the first time that Goku's seeing her ever since she's been born. I mean, I don't think he was even there when she was born. So, this is the first time seeing his granddaughter, and he completely forgot about his granddaughter. It's been a long time. It's been a long time since Goku has been back on Earth. And this is also the first time that Vegeta's been back to Earth. He's all like, yeah, I better see Bulma, otherwise my wife may lose interest in me. That was kind of funny. That was kind of funny to me. Vegeta's going back because he doesn't want his wife to forget about him and, you know, lose interest in him after all they've been through. But this was a good chapter. This was a very good chapter. Super Saiyans finding each other. Don't know how old she is, but she's a lot like her grandfather already. Yeah, they just take off and start flying, and they're racing. A real chip off the old block, as it were. But this was a good chapter. I enjoyed it. That's scary to see from Pan. Yeah, she's behaving like Goku from a young age. She's behaving like Goku is now at 2 years old. We didn't even see that sort of mentality from Goku when he was a kid. But she's behaving just like her grandfather at 2 years old. So imagine how she's going to be when she gets much older. I wonder if in this continuity she actually reaches a Super Saiyan state. I'm just saying the potential is there. But that's that chapter. Gohan is really something else when you think about it. He's something else. Man, that Joker keeps surprising me. But, like I said, this is also the newest chapter for Dragon Ball Super after the passing of Toriyama Sensei. So we're just gonna have to see how the story goes from here. I hope the series doesn't stop, but if it does, then I'd be fine, but I don't know if it's going to stop. But the only thing I can say is that we just have to see how things go as the months go on and see if they are going to continue the series or if they're just going to, put a lid on it. I don't know, but we'll have to see. Other than that, this was a great chapter, and I'm looking forward to the next one. But I'm done for today, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot wait for this week, Dragon's Dogma, and my birthday, and the last 2 episodes of Solo Leveling's first season. And then next week, we are getting the Legend Dawn pack for Pirate Warriors on the 28th, which is also the same day as Suicide Squad's Joker DLC, but I'm pushing that back to Friday because Roger, Rayleigh, and Garp take precedence over playing the Joker in Suicide Squad. It just does. It's just facts. So we're going to have a whole huge One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 blowout on that day. And it's my father's birthday next week as well. It's going to be earlier than all of that. And then, then all the other stuff. But that's just a little bit of a game plan. I'll keep you guys updated on everything else that's happening and as we continue to move forward. But all I can say to you is, hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day, and once again, as always, later, peoples!